Hi everybody, Adam and here. I wanted to give you an introduction to the new test center functionality. Um, as some of you may know, I typically run a separate server which is test center. And the shortcoming there is that I can only really conveniently run one test center at a time. I've got 4 different servers, so that would be 4 different test centers, which is it's a little bit ugly. Um, so what I've done is create a sandbox test center on each shard. So each of the 4 shards, Angel Island, Siege Perilous, Mortalis, and Seasons, each has their own sandbox test center with their own rule sets. So whichever test center you enter, you will get that shard's rule set. Okay, so we're on Seasons now, but it doesn't matter. All the shards will look exactly the same. So I'm here at the animal pen on the small island of Jalom, and that's where you'll always find the test center. There'll be a sign here to tell you. And so we're gonna let's just jump in and try it. So we're here in Felucca now, normal world, and we just enter test center like this. Okay. So let me move the map out of the way. So I'm in test center now. We've got our giving stone here where you can request boards or reagents, weapons, whatever you want, anything you might need. And then also your bank box is full. So you've got your millions of gold, you've got runes, you've got resources, weapons, anything you might need. So that's all available to you here on Test Center. Pretty usual. But one of the things you're going to want to do is get around. You're going to want to get to different places, and you do that now with the enhanced Go. And I've included a pretty good explanation within the help menu. So if you forget the commands of Test Center or the how to use Go, you just ask for help. So this gives us a little cheat sheet on how to use Go. So Go recognizes map locations like Westbrit Bank, Animal Pen. It also recognizes all the signs of all the shops in the world. So the Sawhorse is the carpentry shop where you'll buy house steeds, things of that nature. You can go to another player, so you can just jump to that player. You can use coordinates, XY, or you can use sextant coordinates like these here. So let's try a couple of those. First, let's go just to a regular map location. So we'll just try. Let's see if we have it. So I'm just going to go Britain. It'll just take me to the default location of Britain. It helps if you spell it right. Okay, so now we're there. Let's go to Westbrit Bank. All right, easy. Let's go to the Sawhorse, which is where I might go to buy a house. And here we are. So all of the shops are recognized. It doesn't matter, this is the best hides of Britain. You could just go there. So that's pretty much it for Go. Oh, and I guess the most important thing is if you don't know the name of the place you want to go, you can just say go without any parameters. And this brings you up a menu that lets you go to pretty much anywhere on the map that you're interested in going. The brigand camp, the fort of the damned. Let me see here. Let's go to some interesting places. Okay, we can go to the custom housing area. Take a look at the houses available to us. All right, let's go back to the Brit Bank here. All right. Too much music. Okay, so those are the go commands. We'll get back to, we'll do that right now. So Dinky is here as well. He's he's over here in Felucca still, right by the teleporter. So let's see if we can, what happens if we try to go to him. You cannot go to players on another map, so those are one of the protections that are built in. You can only go to locations on your map, which is the test center map. So let's have Dinky enter test center. Okay, there's Dinky. So now I can go to, let's see, let's make this a little bit more interesting. So Dinky here, he's going to go to the Great Waterfall. And Morgoth here is going to go to Dinky. So your testing buddy might be anywhere here on the map, and you don't need to run around and try to find each other. You can just jump directly to the other individual. And like I said, the only restrictions are that you are on the same map. But as long as you're on the test center map, no problem. Okay, so I'm going to go back to West Brit Bank. We're going to look at another command here. Some of these commands get forgotten, maybe not documented. I think they're on the wiki, but I think a lot of people don't remember them. So I'll give you one here. One of the commands you can do on Test Center, which is pretty handy, is tame pet. Oops. We're going to tame this bullfrog. All right, now I got a bullfrog. You've also got bond pet and a couple of other commands which are very useful, but I think that players have forgotten them or don't know that they exist. And we have these whiff tracking and damage tracking, and basically these give you hits over time or whiffs over time, the percentages, and then average damage over time. So you can spar with somebody here and turn those features on and find out how often you're hitting, how much damage you're delivering, and all this is calculated over time, so you can get a really good idea of the speed of a weapon, a crisp versus a katana, or damage over time of a warhammer. I mean, these two features are very, very powerful for melee fighters because they can pick the best weapon and get a very good sense of how they're performing. And then finally, over here in normal commands, these are commands that are available inside and outside of Test Center. You can learn about the shard. If you're on seasons, you can find out what awards are available to you. You're a guild master, you can ban a member anywhere on the map, place a bounty, cancel spells. There's a bunch of these commands, but that's really it. So to sum it up, Test Center is now a sandbox within the shard that you're playing on, so it's accessible to you at any time. The go command allows you to go anywhere on the map freely, go to other players, go to any shop that you happen to know the name of, and any named map locations. Okay, so that's it. Enjoy Test Center. Let's go back to Felucca right now. I'll show you how we're going to do that. We're going to go to Go Animal Pen. That is a named location in Jalome. That's the name of that area there by the animal pens. Here we are. We're still in Test Center. You'll see our sign tells us we're going back to Felucca. And here we are. We're back home. And obviously the sandbox is designed such that you can't bring things back from Test Center, obviously, gold and resources, and you won't bring back any skills or stats or things of that nature, murder counts. All that stuff stays on Test Center, and you restore here exactly as you were when you entered. Okay, that's it. I'll be publishing this maybe later today, and check it out. Bye.